on YouTube. Join the live class. Share what you have on that live class. Share it with your friends. I want to do that now. Look for Akada is on YouTube. Share it with. So let's start. We are looking at what? Foreign policy. After what's the problem? The problem because of the fan. Okay. They are not much, so they should be able to. So we are looking at foreign policy. Shall we start? I will not waste my time unnecessarily. I will just reel out what I need to reel out. Please, I want you to concentrate. Is that okay? So we are looking at foreign policy. Are you with me? I have not sent it. So what you need to do is you will have to go to, let me quickly show you. 701 4020 310. Okay. Yes, sir. Present, sir. How that thing is not showing? It's not showing the way I'm tearing the nylon. Won't show me. No, it's just very. I feel it. How much? 1,000 naira. God bless you. Is that taking? Who is this girl in the middle? So, is this clear enough? Eh? It is clear enough. Oh yeah, please, just go to the live class. Is that taking? Just go to live, like Akada Institute, or search for it live, you'll see it. So that we can start. Okay, so the topic is foreign policy, Abi. The topic is foreign policy. We have to be fast with it. Now, this is the part 3 of your JAMB syllabus. There are 23 pages here. You may not need to write everything, but then I'll quickly go through everything. Under this, we should be looking at foreign policy, definition of foreign policy, the determinant, the purpose of foreign policy, Nigerian foreign policy, objectives and relations of Nigerian foreign policy, the non-alignment policy, which I'm very sure some of you have problem with that. Non-alignment policy. We will also look at Cold War posture. We are going to see Africa as a central piece of Nigeria's foreign policy. Finally, we are going to look at NEPAD, the origin of NEPAD, objective and implications of NEPAD. So our learning objective under foreign policy, the general foreign policy is we should be able to define what foreign policy is. After that, we should be able to identify foreign policy and explain the determinants of foreign policy. We'll then move to topic 2, which is foreign Nigeria's policy. Finally, we'll look at Nigeria and Africa. Are you with me? Finally, we'll look at what? Nigeria and Africa. So without much ado, we are moving to the first topic, which is foreign policy. Whenever we talk about foreign policy, what comes to your mind? Don't ever get confused. Are we together? Can everybody hear me? So if you want to write, you may need to write the definition. Foreign policy is simply, are you with me? Foreign policy is the set of goals, strategy. Foreign policy is a set of goals, strategies, and action that government adopts, in its dealing with other countries. I hope everybody can hear me. Can you hear me? Strategy that government adopts in its dealings with other countries. In its dealings with other countries and international organizations. So, how governments deal with other countries and how government deal with what? International organizations. That is what is meant by foreign policy. That is what is meant by what? Foreign policy. How governments deal with other countries and how government also deal with international organizations. And you know, when we are talking about international organization, what are those things we are looking at? We are looking at international organizations like the OPEC, that is the cartels generally, OPEC, EU and others, not just the cartel. So it is the totality of a country's official, external relations, how a country relates with other countries, external relations conducted through its accredited representative. So for foreign policy to take place, there must be accredited representatives. There must be a set of people who are representing the country. Is that taken? There must be a set of people who are representing the country. So the key definition from recommended text, we have the Apadorai 1978. Apadorai defined foreign policy as the substance of state external activity. He said foreign policy is the substance of a state external activity, the collection of purposes and procedures by which a state deals with the world outside its border. So what you just have to look at is the substance of state activities. So the further definition of this is the collection of purposes. What is a purpose? That a country is dealing with other countries or with international organizations, and what are the procedures by which the country is dealing with them. Are you with me? So according to Ball 1983, it defined foreign policy as a set of decisions and actions that a nation adopts, set of decisions and actions that a nation adopts to achieve its goals and safeguard its interests in its relation with other nations. They are still saying the same thing, right? They are still saying what? The same thing. So we'll move to the last definition. That is DB 2020. That is the most recent definition of foreign policy. What did he say foreign policy is? It says foreign policy is the guide to action taken by government in its external relations with other states, international organizations, and non-state actors. Now, what are the purposes and objectives of foreign? Are you with me? Basically, the purpose of any foreign policy is derived from the country's interest, and it is different in different countries. It varies according to the priority of each country. So what are the purposes? Number one, national security. Number two, economic development. Number three, promotion of national interests. Number four, promotion of world peace. Number five, international prestige. Number six, ideological promotion. Number seven, protection of citizens abroad. These are the what? These are the purposes of foreign policy. But let us quickly look at the explanation one after the other. We have to be fast with this. For national security, we have protecting the state from external aggression. A country agreement with other countries that you cannot come to my country to wage any war. You cannot come to my country for anything. So protecting the state from external aggression, terrorism, and threats to sovereignty. You know what sovereignty is, right? You know what sovereignty is? Please give me a minute. You can quickly write the note while I talk to Mr. Smart. Okay, shall we continue? Shall we continue? Now, the number two, don't forget we just discussed national security. The number two is economic development. Economic development. See, when a country pursues trade agreements, when a country pursues foreign aid, like loans from international organizations like International Monetary Fund, World Bank, are you with me? Those are what? Those are economic development that are geared towards economic. Those are what? Economic development that are from the country's foreign policy. So pursuing trade agreements, foreign aid, investment, and economic partnership to boost growth. To boost what? Growth. The next one is promotion of national interest. What did I say? Promotion of national interest. Promotion of national interest. Advancing the country's political, economic, and social interests beyond its borders. Are you with me? The next one, promotion of world peace. As it is, everybody is talking about World War III. Abi, God forbid, though, it shall never happen. Although there is non-alignment policy, but we will see what non-alignment policy is. Promotion of world peace, contributing to international peace, security, and stability through diplomacy and peacekeeping. The next one is international prestige. Foreign policy will give a country international prestige. And what is the international prestige? The explanation: it enhances the country's image. It influences, okay, it enhances the country's image, influence, and status in international community. The next one is ideological promotion. Foreign policy helps in spreading particular values, governance system, or political ideology globally. Finally, protection of citizens abroad. If you remember very well, when there was Ukraine-Russia war, there were Nigerians who were living in Ukraine that would have been affected badly, but because of Nigeria foreign policy with Ukraine, when the war started, Nigeria, that is the Nigerian ambassador, was able to evacuate Nigerian citizens. Was able to evacuate Nigerian citizens from Ukraine without any problem. So, I hope you have seen Baba. Actually, live class. So we shall continue. Sorry. So we shall continue. What are the determining factors of foreign policy? The determining factors of foreign policy, those things that determine the policy that a country is coming up with. Number one, to those factors, we should understand that foreign policy does not emerge in a vacuum. It does not just emerge on its own. Several internal and external factors shape and determine the nature of a country's foreign policy. These factors are illustrated in the diagram below. We have internal factors. Those internal factors are known as domestic factors. Are you with me? Internal factors that determine the type of policy a country will have. Are you with me? With respect to its relation to other countries in the world or to international organizations. Under the internal factors, we have geography or geopolitical location. Where you find yourself matters. If you are in Africa, let's say a country that finds itself in Africa, what type of policy does it want to have with Russia, with Paraguay, with other countries in other continents? But a country that is in Africa, you must first establish the countries in Africa first, most especially those that are at its borders. Are you with me? Most especially those at its borders. Yes or no? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Do you understand? That is number one. Number two, level of economic, okay, size of population also matters. The population of a country, the type of foreign policy that a country with 900,000 population, the policy it will adopt will be different from the policy that a country with 250 million population will adopt. So the size of population also matters. Another one is level of economic development. The level of economic development of a country will determine its what? Its foreign policy. All these things that I'm listing out, they are internal factors. They are what? Internal factors. If the country is underdeveloped, like there are still some countries in Africa that are underdeveloped, the policy the country will adopt will be different from the policy that a country that is either developing or developed will adopt. For example, Nigeria is known as a developing country. Nigeria is known as what? A developing country, not underdeveloped. And in Africa, I don't think there is any developed country in Africa yet. All countries of Africa are developed. Most countries in Africa, not all countries, most countries in Africa are what? Developing countries. But if we want to talk about developed countries, we are talking about first world countries like United States of America, Japan, China, Britain, not all Britain, United Kingdom, sorry, England precisely. Are you with me? So those countries are known as developed countries. Even France, Switzerland, those countries are developed countries. Are you with me? So level of economic development. Another one is military capability and strength. Hello, the see, United States of America is threatening everybody in the world. Why? Because the country has military strength. You don't understand. Now, people will look at it as threats, disturbing world peace. But if you are looking at it, those policies are actually to protect United States of America. Am I making any sense? Because if a country, in some cases, does not come up with vicious policy to protect its citizens, other countries of the world, in their quest to make themselves better, we do what? We trample or we just make mess of that country. Are we on the same page? So, please have it at the back of your mind that military capability and strength of a country is also one of the determining factor. It is an internal one of the determining factor of a country's foreign policy. Another one is historical background and tradition. The historical background of a country is a determining factor. Another one is type of government or the political system. Is it federalism? Is it parliamentary? Is it monarchical? Are you with me? The type of political system will determine the type of policy. The next one is national ideology and value. What do we value here? What do we cherish here? Are you with me? What is our value here? That alone will also contribute to, or it is one of the determining factor of foreign policy. Finally, we have leadership and decision makers. Who are the leaders in a country at a particular point in time? Those leaders, it is internal factor. Those leaders will be determining factor of the foreign policy. Now let us look at external factors or international factors that affect or that determine the policy a country will adopt. Number one, international law and treaties. International law and treaties. There is this international law that no country should, there is a particular group of country that they were told in clear terms that they should never develop nuclear weapon. Iraq happened to be one of them. And what happened to Iran was badly dealt with by the United States of America. So international law and treaties can be one of the reasons for foreign policy. Another one is actions of other states. When, let us say, West Africa, they are pressurizing you to do something. If you're a country in West Africa, if other countries or other states, as we have it here, are pressurizing you, you want to do that thing. You want to come up with that policy to align with the foreign policy of those states that you have that are pressurizing you. Activity of international organizations like the United Nations, the African Union or Unity, their activities rather, will do what? Will determine the foreign policy. Don't forget, these are external factors. Global power dynamics. Global power dynamics will also determine if it is bipolar, multipolar system. The next one is regional alliances and groupings. What did I say? Regional alliances and groupings. Hello. One of the reasons why Ukraine had a very big problem with Russia was the fact that Ukraine wanted to join NATO. Are you with me? Ukraine wanted to join NATO, and Russia is not too comfortable with NATO. So alliances will determine the type of foreign policy. Another one is Cold War ideological pressure. We still look at Cold War ideological pressure. Another one is colonial or historical. Our foreign policy, if you look at it, mostly is circumventing around England and other states that have the same relationship with us as England. Why? Because England colonized us. I mean, the Britain colonize us. Technology and global communication. Technology and global communication is also one of those things. You remember, for this technology, do you remember that there was a time that Nigerian government banned TikTok? At a point, they banned it completely. Even Twitter, later they said we don't want you to be doing live streaming in the night again. Why? Because of some internal factors. Are you with me? That this external factor, that is technology and global communication, that this external factor is actually influencing. So they came up with a policy, and I think the policy sealed. Can you still stream in the night as a Nigerian on TikTok? You can. Okay, they've restored it. That was after they dealt with Boko Haram. Now the next one is international economic system. World Trade Organization and International Monetary Fund will also determine foreign policy. I hope you understand, right? But all this note that I'm giving you, I will implore you, read them. Oh. Now, what do you want? Oh yeah, be fast. Okay, we move to the next one. Formulation of foreign policy. How foreign policies are formed. What did I say? How foreign policies are formed. Now, foreign policy formulation, listen, the formulation, foreign policy formulation is the process by which a state decides on its courses of action in international relations. It is the process by which a state decides. Are you with me? Its courses of action in international relations. What did I say foreign policy formulation is? Everybody, can you read it? 1, 2, go. Again, 1, 2, go. Can we take it for the last time? Foreign policy formulation is what? It is the process by which states decide on the course of action in international relations. International relations is a course in the university. Are you with me? Some will be history and international relations. So foreign policy is the process, that is foreign policy formulation, is a process by which a state decides its course of action. How do I want to undo this? Its course of action in what? In international relations. The key actors involved in formulating foreign policy include, who are those who formulate foreign policies? Number one, the executive. You already know, right? You already know. The executive arm of government, that's the president or the head of state, if it was a military regime. Are you with me? The executive is the chief architect of foreign policy. They set the overall direction. And we have the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. What did I say? Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs. What do? They provide technical expertise. They manage diplomatic missions, advise the executive. Their own is to advise the executive. Who are we looking at? What are we looking at? The key actors in foreign. Do you understand? So we move to the next one. The legislature or National Assembly. What did I say? Are you with me? Just write the bullet points. You already know I'm explaining. Don't write everything. The legislature or National Assembly. They ratify treaties, approve diplomatic appointments, and may influence policy through legislation. Are you with me? Are you with me? Now, the legislature or the National Assembly, this is what they do. Whenever they discover that, okay, there is any appointment by the president or by the president generally for foreign affairs, what will they do? They will be the one to ratify any treaty or approve diplomatic appointments. And they may even influence the policy through legislation by coming up with law. They may influence any foreign policy through law, through legislation. Is that taken? Now, the military and security agents, they are also actors in foreign policies. Are you with me? Military and security agencies. This is through provision of intelligence and advice on security-related foreign policy matters. Another one is interest or pressure groups. You know what pressure groups are, right? So, these interest or pressure groups, business organizations, civil society, and diaspora groups. You know who diaspora are? Do you know who diasporas are? When they say Nigerians in diaspora, what are they saying? Nigerians that are abroad. Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me? So, business organizations, civil society, diaspora group may lobby, they may do what? They may lobby for particular foreign policy positions. They may lobby for what? Particular foreign policy position. Thank you. Oh, sorry. So let us look at the next one. The Think Tanks Academy. Do you know who think tanks are? People who think for the government. Are you with me? People who think for the government. Now, the Think Tank Academy, they provide research and policy recommendation to decision maker. Are you with me? These are the key actors in foreign policy. Have you written it? Now, how is foreign policy implemented? Implementation of foreign policy. How is foreign policy implemented? Foreign policy is implemented through various mechanisms and instruments. Foreign policy is implemented through various mechanisms and what? Instruments. The instruments are, number one, diplomacy. Is not war. Number one is what? Diplomacy. Under diplomacy, we have negotiation and dialogue through ambassadors. You send your ambassador, that is ambassador of foreign activities or foreign affairs. You send that ambassador to the other country. Are you with me? You send the ambassador to the other country. The ambassador will go there to negotiate with the country. As for this, as for that, this is this, this is that. Are you with me? And you can also send high commissioners and consuls posted abroad. You can send high commissioner and consuls posted abroad. Another instrument. What is the first instrument used in implementation of foreign policy? Basically, diplomacy includes negotiations and dialogue through ambassadors, high commissioner, and consuls posted abroad. Number two, treaties and agreements. What did I say? When we say this is treaty, it is a formal written agreement between states. A treaty is a formal written agreement between states, and it could be on trade, it could be on defense, and it could be on boundaries. This is your boundary, don't pass here. This is my boundary, I will not pass there. Is that taken? Foreign aid. What did I say? Foreign aid. No. Foreign aid. Foreign aid is when they grant you or you receive assistance from other countries or from humanitarian or maybe humanitarian assistance from other nations. Foreign aid, when you receive assistance from other countries, this assistance could be financial, it could be technical, it could be humanitarian assistance. Are you with me? You can also grant it. Is that taken? The next one is trade policy. Are you with me? Trade policy. When you use tariff, quota, and trade agreement as tool to achieve foreign policy goals. There was a time that President Donald Trump increased the tariff of every commodity, of every goods and services imported from China, when he increased it from 25% to 127%. That is foreign policy. That is what? What percentage did I say he increased it from? To what? 127%. That is what? Foreign policy. Another one is military action. A very good example, United States of America versus Iran. When US sent what? When they sent bomb to obliterate the nuclear facility of Iranians. Are you with me? That is military action. You can deploy armed forces. You can send peacekeeping troops, like the one Obasanjo went for in Congo, that he almost lost his life. Military sanctions to enforce foreign policy. Is that taken? The next one, another foreign policy is propaganda. What did I say? Propaganda or information. When you use media and communication to project a favorable image and advance national interest, that is propaganda. Membership of international organization. Are you with me? If you participate in any international organization like the United Nations, like the African Union or Unity, like the ECOWAS, Economic Community of West African States, etc., to pursue collective objective. You know, United Nations, they have their objective. When you participate in the organization to pursue the objective that they are pursuing, that is also one of the instruments used to achieve the implementation of foreign policy. Another one is economic sanctions. What did I say?
Economic sanctions.
A very good example of economic sanctions is when UK, in fact, when European Union generally, when they decided to stop every trading activity with Russia. Why? Because Russia was waging war against Ukraine. They, first and foremost, they hijacked all the businesses owned by Russians in the United Kingdom. A very good example is when this man relinquished the ownership of Chelsea Football Club, Roman Abramovich, when they hijacked it from him. Roman Abramovich is a Russian, but because of the war then, he had to forfeit Chelsea. That is one of the examples of international economic sanctions. Is that taken? It could be in any form. We are not doing any trade with you. Whatsoever you are bringing to us, don't bring it. And whatsoever we are selling to you, we are not selling. You understand? So, and this could be imposing or threatening economic penalties to coerce other states into desired behavior. Now, we are through with the first topic, which is what? General definition and meaning, objective, purpose, implementation of what? Foreign policy. We now want to see the second topic, which is Nigeria's foreign policy. Now, Nigeria, since independence, has been positioned as the most populous country in Africa. Are you with me? Are you with me? Nigeria is Africa's most populous nation. So, the foreign policy that Nigeria come up with, has always been in line with the fact that Nigeria is the most populous nation in Africa. Are you with me? Now, another thing that shapes Nigerian foreign policy is Nigeria's vast natural resources. Nigeria has a lot of natural resources. Who can mention like four? We have coal, we have crude oil, we have limestone, we have what? Gold. Just four that I want to mention. Now, and another thing is the desire to play a leading role on the African continent and the international community. So the foreign policy that Nigeria has had so far since independence has always circumvented around number one, being the most populous nation in Africa, the natural resources that Nigeria has, the desire to play the leading role in Africa as a whole. Are you with me? So these alone, these three factors have always shaped Nigerian foreign policy. Nigerian foreign policy has evolved through various political epochs, from civilian government through military regime to current democratic dispensation. Now, can we read this historical context together? Everybody, one after the other. Go. Hello, let's take it together. 1, 2, go. Number one, rooted in what? Non-alignment. Number two, what are the three things that the independence era brought through Tafawa Balewa in terms of foreign policy? Number one, non-alignment. Number two, number three. Now, can you continue reading?
Subsequent governments, both military and civilian, are based upon five consolidation in response to the
So, other governments that came after Tafawa Balewa, they have done one or two modifications to those foreign policies, and these modifications that they did was basically, or they are basically for what? For domestic and international changes. As things are changing internally in the country and externally, some of these foreign policies too have to change to match the change or to match the dynamics. Do you understand? Do you understand? What are the major objectives of Nigerian foreign policies? The major objective. Do you know the meaning of non-alignment policy? But you have been hearing of it. During World War, Cold War, all those wars, Nigeria chose to sign a non-alignment policy, which means that Nigeria chose not to be associated with any warring country. I am not aligning with any country. We are not in alignment with any country. Non-alignment policy. So we'll look at it deeply. Nigerian policy, that is foreign policy, is guided by several core objectives. Are you with me? Are you with me? Which have remained relatively consistent across different administrations. What are the objectives? These are the objectives of the foreign policy, and these are the explanation of the objective. Everybody, the first one is what? So you read it, I will explain. Defense of what? You all know what sovereignty is, don't you? Do you know what sovereignty is? When we say sovereignty, we are simply saying what? Freedom, or freedom from what? Any form of externality, right? So can you read what we have under defense of sovereignty? 1, 2, go. Everybody will read it together. 1, 2, go.
Maintaining Nigeria's territorial independence and freedom from external.
Can you read it again?
Maintaining Nigeria's territorial independence independence and freedom from external influence.
Let us take it for time. 1, 2, go.
Maintaining Nigeria's territorial integrity, independence and freedom from external interference.
So, as a nation, Nigeria is sovereign, right? As sovereign as Nigeria is, Nigeria will not want any situation sovereignty will be taken away. Number one, or where our independence will be questioned. Are you with me? So for that alone, Nigeria will always come up with foreign policy to defend the sovereignty of Nigeria. Number two, African unity and liberation. Again, everybody say it.
African unity and liberation.
So what do we have under it? Want to go?
Supporting the liberation of Africans from colonialism and apartheid. Promoting African unity through the AU.
So here we have supporting the liberation. Liberation means freedom. Are you with me? Supporting the liberation of African states from colonialism. We are no longer under you. We are on our own. Let us have our peace of mind. We want to be free. And appetite. You know the meaning of appetite, right? Do you know what appetite is? It is South African related. Black doing everything possible to claim that, okay, this place is our land and it is not for the white men. We will look at what appetite is actually. There are two things that everyone knows South Africa with. Number one, xenophobia and appetite. Are you with me? Xenophobia and what? Appetite. South Africa. So the next one is non-alignment. What did I say?
Non-alignment.
Again?
Non-alignment.
What is that non-alignment? Maintaining independence from the two Cold War blocks. What are the two Cold War blocks? The USA/West and what? USSR/East. Those were the two Cold War blocks. USA and the Western countries versus USSR and the Eastern country. The USSR include Russia, Germany, and other Eastern countries. They maintain independence from the two Cold War blocks. We don't want anything with you, and they still cooperate with the two. So I don't have any problem with you. I don't have any problem with you. If there is any business, I will do with you. That is non-alignment policy. I refuse to take side. Am I making sense? Number three is what?
World peace and number four.
Number four rather, world peace and what? Again?
World peace and security.
What are we looking at? We are looking at the objectives of Nigerians' foreign policy. World peace and security, contributing actively to international peace through the United Nations peacekeeping operations and diplomatic initiatives. Number five, economic development. Nigerian foreign policy, the objective, economic development, attracting foreign investment, participating in international trade, and seeking technical and financial assistance. Like what our current president is doing, putting Nigeria in proper shape for international investors to come. Nigeria has secured more international investment under Tinubu than all the previous administration as of today. Different organizations from different parts of the world are coming to Nigeria for what? For investments. Because they are painting Nigeria as the best place to be. And they are doing everything possible to make sure that Nigeria is the best place to be. May God bless our president. Next one is what? Black people dignity. What did I say? Championing the rights and dignity of black people worldwide, combating racism and racial discrimination. You know Nigeria is black, So anywhere Nigeria, according to the foreign policy that we have, anywhere that Nigeria see blacks generally being discriminated against, Nigeria against them. Is that taken? Because there is a belief that black people also have what their dignity that has to be protected, either by the black man himself or by another black man. Another objective is promotion of democracy. What did I say? Encouraging democratic government or governance across Africa and supporting transitions to authoritarian rule. What is happening now in Africa is as a result of some internal crises that you have military taking over. Are you with me? That you have military taking over in most African states, which wanted to happen in Benin Republic. What we have currently in Africa. Am I making any sense? But then, our democracy must not be lost to military rule. And that is one of those things that our president is assiduously working to achieve. Military will always have reasons to take over. Abi? The last one is what? Technical cooperation. Nigeria will choose to be identified with certain countries. Are you with me? To have reasonable policy with them for technical assistance. Nigeria will render the assistance that they have and get their own assistance in areas that they are lacking or that they need. Now let us see Nigeria's relation with major powers. What are the relationship of Nigeria with major powers of the world? The first one is Nigeria relation with what? The United Kingdom. Nigeria relationship with what? With what?
United Kingdom.
Now I want Glorious, I want you to read the relations with United Kingdom, the points one after the other. But you should know that Nigeria was a former British colony. Nigeria has a historically significant relationship with UK. UK colonized us. So for that reason, we must have relations with them. Is that taken? Why we have still not split as different countries in Nigeria is because of the what? Is because of the fact that in the process of amalgamation or during the period of amalgamation, there was something called Article of Amalgamation that keeps Nigeria together as a single entity till after how many years? Till after 100 years. So we want you to read the relationship between Nigeria and the United Kingdom, one after the other. Please have the microphone.
Okay. Nigeria is a member of Commonwealth of Nations, an association largely constituted of former British territory.
I hope everybody is seeing it. I hope you are seeing it.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Ed. I hope you are seeing it. Yes, sir. Nigeria is what?
Is a member of Commonwealth of Nations, an association largely constituted of former British territories. The two countries maintain close cultural, educational, and legal ties, including a shared common law system. The UK has historically been a major trading partner and source of foreign direct investment for Nigeria. Relations have occasionally been strained by issues such as drug trafficking, money laundering, and criticism of human rights conditions. The UK provides development assistance to Nigeria through the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office (FCDO).
Did you all see that? Adia person, read the relationship of Nigeria with America. Louder.
The US is largely single.
Turn the mic, turn the mic.
Ready?
Yes. No, you want to speak to
Okay.
please continue.
The US is Nigeria's largest single trading partner, with petroleum being the dominant commodity of trade. 2. Both countries
Louder.
okay. Two, both countries cooperate on counter terri terrorism, particularly in combating Boko Haram, insurrogacy in
Boko Haram
abi
insurgency.
insurgency in Lake Chad Basin abi
The third basin.
Lake Chad Basin.
Continue.
The USA provide aid through USAID and has supported Nigeria development program in health, education and governance. 4, periodic ten sion have arisen over US concern about corruption, election malpractice and human rights violation in Nigeria.
Five.
5, Nigeria and the US collaborate ex ten sively with international organizations such as the UN and IMF.
So, the largest trading partner ever in the history of Nigeria is which country? Which country is the largest trading partner with Nigeria? United States of America. Aremu, we are going to see Nigeria relations with Russia. Please help us with it.
Nigeria and Russia, formerly the USSR, have maintained pragmatic relations based on mutual interest rather than ideological alignment. 2. During the Cold War, Nigeria accepted Soviet aid and technical assistance while maintaining its non-aligned stance. 3. Russia has supplied military hardware and weapon systems to Nigeria, particularly during periods when Western nations imposed arms embargoes. 4. Nigeria had pressure to take sides in the Russia-Ukraine conflict, reaffirming its non-alignment tradition.
Do you understand? So, Nigeria also has relationship with Russia. Russia was former USSR, and the relationship has been pragmatic based on mutual interest. They don't have the same ideology. Are you with me? Russia was one of those power bloc or the war bloc then facing United States and the Western world, right? Nigeria did not say because of anything, that maybe because we have pragmatic relation based on mutual interest. Nigeria did not say because of that we join you in this war, in the Cold War. Nigeria maintained his what? Its non-aligned stance. Are you with me? Nigeria got technical assistance from Soviet aid while maintaining its non-aligned stance. The next one, Russia has supplied. In fact, most of what we are using as military whatsoever, ammunition and others, Russia has been supplying us. So Russia supplied military hardware and weapon system to Nigeria, particularly during period when Western nations imposed armed embargoes. Nigeria has resisted pressure. You can see Nigerians have people in Ukraine. Russia is fighting Ukraine. Nigerians are in Ukraine. Russia is bombing Ukraine. But did Nigeria take part in the war? No. Did Nigeria fight Russia back? No. That is still non-alignment tradition. So we move to the next one, which is Nigeria relationship with China. Avila, please help us with Nigeria relationship with China.
Okay. China-Nigeria relations have grown dramatically since 2000s under China's global go-out policy. China is now one of Nigeria's largest trading partners and a significant source of infrastructure investments, roads, railways, and power. Nigeria has received substantial Chinese loans for major infrastructure projects, including the Lagos-Ibadan and Abuja-Kaduna railway lines. Nigeria has also purchased military equipment and surveillance technology from China,
Concerns have raised about the terms of Chinese loans and economic competition with local industries.
Now we are seeing the relationship between Nigeria and China. Now Nigeria also has relationship with France. Auntie, help us with the relationship with France.
France has been an important partner, especially in Francophone West Africa, where Nigeria's interests often overlap. Nigeria and France cooperate with ECOWAS on issues of regional security and development. There have been historical tension around French interference in its former African colonies. Nigeria has criticized France's role in keeping some African governments dependent. The two countries collaborate on counter-terrorism in the Sahel region, though sometimes with differing strategic visions.
So we are seeing the countries that Nigeria have relations or foreign relations with, right? Now let us look at relations with developing countries. Nigeria did not just have relationship with those big countries. Nigeria also have relationship with developing countries, most especially those in Africa, Asia, and Latin America, the so-called Global South. This is expressed through various initiatives. The first one is Technical Aid Corps. Everybody say it. Technical Aid Corps. The Technical Aid Corps is a Nigerian government program established in 1987. When was Technical Aid Corps established? Under who? That Technical Aid Corps was actually a program that Babangida organized to gather professionals, people who were professionals. Nigeria had enough then. Now, gathered professionals from different disciplines, from different what? Different disciplines. He gathered professionals from different disciplines and sent them to developing countries, both in Africa and outside Africa. In as much as you are a developing country and you have a relation with Nigeria, Babangida sent those professionals to those countries. That is what Technical Aid Corps is all about. The skilled Nigerian professionals were the likes of teachers, doctors, engineers, lawyers, agricultural experts, and other specialists. Are you with me? Nigeria sent them to African countries, Caribbean countries, and the Pacific on a voluntary basis. They are not forcing them. If you want to go, go. Are you with me? But it is Nigeria government that will be what? That will be funding for them. And it is for the development of those developing countries. Now, what are the aspects of Technical Aid Corps? Are you with me? It was established in 1987 under President Ibrahim Babangida's administration. What is the legal basis? Technical Aid Corps Act, Decree number 18 of the 1987. Do you understand? It was formed, you know, it was military regime. So military head of state, you only have what? Decree. while his governors will have what? Edicts. So it was formed under the decree number 18 of 1987 Technical Aid Corps Act. Administering body. Who are those administering TAC? Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Technical Aid Corps Directorate. So they have Director of Technical Aid Corps. The target countries included developing countries in Africa, the Caribbean, the Pacific, that is the ACP countries. Deployed professionals. Who were the professionals deployed to other countries? We have the doctors, nurses, teachers, lawyers, engineers, agronomists, IT specialists, and accountants. Duration. It was are you with me? Volunteers would serve for 2 years, and the 2 years was renewable. Are you with me? Volunteers served for how many years? And the 2 years were, what was the purpose? The purpose of TAC was to share Nigeria's human capital with less developed nations, strengthen South-South cooperation and promote goodwill. The major purpose was to share Nigeria's human capital with less developed nations, strengthen South-South cooperation and promote goodwill. The significance of TAC. Have you heard of TAC before? Have you heard of it before? You are just hearing it for the very first time. Have you seen it in past question before? You have seen it in past question. If you have seen it, raise up your hand. You have seen it. Were you able to answer it? You've not been able to answer it. You failed it. But now, can you fail it? Hello? What are the significance of the Technical Aid Corps? It demonstrates Nigeria's commitment to South-South cooperation and solidarity with developing nations. It enhances Nigerians' image and diplomatic standing in recipient countries. So the country that Nigeria is sending those corps to, Nigeria image will be enhanced in the hey, you are from Nigeria. Nigerian teacher. God bless you. You're welcome. So in a way, they will be seeing Nigeria as one big country. Is that taken? The next one, it provides practical technical assistance that supplements financial aid. It provides practical technical assistance that supplements financial aid. Nigeria did not have money to give them, but supplemented financial aid. That is, it was used in replacement of what? The money we should have given you. Or it was even added as part of the money given to those developing nations or less developed nations. Finally, it gives Nigeria professionals international experience exposure. Not finally anyway. Nigerian professionals, those corps who were deployed to those countries, they had what? They had international exposure and experience as a result of the TAC. Am I on the same page with you? Are you on the same page with me? Finally, it strengthens bilateral ties between Nigeria and recipient country. Any country that Nigeria is giving that type of assistance to, if there is any form of trade between the two countries, the trading relationship will grow stronger because Nigeria had also already become what? A partner with them. Is that taken? So it strengthens bilateral ties between Nigeria and recipient countries. Now let us look at the next one, peacekeeping operation. What did I say? Don't forget, we are looking at technical aid. And what are we, before technical, we are looking at relations of Nigeria with other developing countries. We have what? Technical aid corps, and then we have peacekeeping operation, the one Obasanjo found himself. I told you about the Obasanjo, the issue of Congo, right? Where he would have been killed. Remember how he was miraculously saved. wọn kì í sùn nínú kíláàsì yìí lájú ẹ. Now Nigeria has been one of the most active contributors to international peacekeeping operation, particularly on the African continent. This commitment reflects Nigeria's belief that peace and stability are prerequisites for development. Now let us look at the mission and the allocation, the period where those missions took place, and the nature of involvement, how Nigeria was involved. The Congo, that is the ONUC, that was between 1960 and 1964. Obasanjo was among those who went for the peacekeeping mission. I shared the story with you, didn't I? Nigeria participated in early UN peacekeeping in newly independent Congo. Lebanon, UNIFIL, 1978 till present. Nigerian troops contributed to UN peacekeeping in South Lebanon. Zimbabwe, Commonwealth. From 1979 to 1980, Nigeria supported the transition from Rhodesia. Zimbabwe was known as what? Rhodesia. Zimbabwe was known as what? Rhodesia. So Nigeria supported the transition from Rhodesia to Zimbabwe through Lancaster House Agreement. There are a lot of things to know. You have been seeing questions and you've been hearing Rhodesia, Lancaster House Agreement. These are the things you need to know. So I want you to put your mind, idiots. Another one is Liberia, ECOMOG. From 1990 to 1998, Nigeria led ECOWAS ceasefire monitoring group, ECOMOG, to end the Liberian civil war. That is from 1990 to end 1990. The next one is the Sierra Leone, ECOMOG as well. Nigeria went through ECOMOG. That is from 1997 to 2000. ECOMOG, led by Nigeria, restored democracy after the RUF AFRC coup. You know the RUF AFRC coup? You know the armed force what? Armed force what? Armed force ruling council under who? Ibrahim Babangida. Oh, it was from when? It was this one, because Ibrahim Babangida was the one who came up with the idea of AFRC. So it was from 1997 to 2000. Somalia, that is the UNOSOM, 1993 to 1995. I hope you are taking note of those dates. I will send the note on your platform. 1993 to 1995. Nigeria contributed troops to the UN operation in Somalia. The Darfur and Sudan, that is AMIS UNAMID, 2004 to present. Nigeria contributed significantly to AU-UN hybrid mission in Darfur. And then we have Mali, that is the MINUSMA, 2013 to 2023. Nigerian troops served in UN peacekeeping mission in Mali. What is Nigeria's role in ECOMOG? What is Nigeria's role in ECOMOG? ECOMOG was ECOMOG was from the word ECOWAS, Cease Fire Monitoring Group. That Cease Fire Monitoring Group, the monitoring group was the what? That is the was the what? MOG. So it was ECOWAS Ceasefire Monitoring Group. ECOMOG was created by ECOWAS in 1990. Please take note of that. When was ECOMOG created? By who? In 1990. And it was to intervene in the Liberian Civil War. It was to intervene in what? Liberian Civil War. Nigeria was the dominant contributor, providing the largest contingent of troops and the overall force commander. The overall force commander was a Nigerian military personnel. Nigeria had the highest number of troops in the Sierra Leone and in the Liberian peacekeeping mission. Nigeria bore majority of the financial and material cost of ECOMOG missions. The force suddenly ended the Liberian Civil War in 1997 and restored what? And restored democratic government. ECOMOG success in Sierra Leone 1997 to 2000 is also attributed largely to Nigeria's leadership and sacrifice. How many years did Liberia Civil War last? How many years? From when to when? From 1990 to 1997. How many years did Sierra Leone crisis last? From what year? 1997 to 2000. And Nigeria is credited with leading the whole peacekeeping mission. What is the significance of Nigeria peacekeeping contribution? It demonstrates commitment to African peace and stability. The centerpiece principle in action. Number 2, it enhances Nigeria's international prestige and influence with the United Nations, the African Union, and the what? ECOWAS. It prevents the spread of conflicts to Nigeria's border. For example, what happened in Benin Republic recently, where there was about to be a military takeover, and the Nigerian president sending our fighter jets to Benin to stop the coup. That is also one of those peacekeeping missions. Are you with me? To prevent the spread of conflict to Nigerian borders serves national security interests. To fulfill Nigeria's obligation as regional hegemon and largest contributor to ECOWAS. Finally, has cost Nigeria tens of thousands of military lives. Over, I can't see, tens of thousands of military personnel have died in peacekeeping mission. Which one of them would have been who? Olusegun, Aremu, Matthew, Obasanjo. Are you with me? And it has cost Nigeria billions of dollars in expenditure. Now let us look at Nigeria non-alignment policy, which is one of those questions that you normally see that gives you problem. Yes or no? Yes or no? The non-alignment was one of the cardinal principles of Nigerian foreign policy. It was one of the what? The cardinal principles of Nigerian foreign policy, particularly during when the Cold War era, from 1947 to when? Cold War from 1947 to 1991. It meant that Nigeria would not formally align itself with either the Western capitalist bloc led by the United States of America or the Eastern Communist bloc led by the USSR. So the meaning of non-alignment policy, Daniel Adeshe, is what? Can you tell me the meaning of non-alignment policy? Please, louder. And now, I said explain it. You are telling me, are you okay? Stand up. Everybody, can you tell me what the non-alignment policy mean? Nigeria will not do what? Will not formally align with any of the two warring blocs. The two warring blocs were the what? The Western, led by who? And the Eastern Communists, led by who? What are the origins of non-alignment? The origins of non-alignment. Number 1, the non-aligned movement, NAM, was formally established at the Belgrade Conference in 1961. When was it formally established? The Belgrade Conference of 1961. Number 2, the key architects include Jawaharlal Nehru, India, Joseph Tito, Yugoslavia, Gamal Abdel Nasser, Egypt, and Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana. The people who came up with the idea of non-aligned principles or movements were Jawaharlal Nehru of India, Joseph Tito of Yugoslavia, Gamal Abdel Nasser of Egypt, and Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana. Nigeria formally joined the non-aligned movement in 1961, shortly after independence in 1960. The movement sought to maintain independence from both superpowers while addressing issues of decolonization and economic development. Now, what are the features of Nigerian climate policy? Independence of action. Nigeria reserves the right to take position on international issues without reference to either superpower bloc. Political sovereignty. Refusal to join military alliance with NATO or Warsaw Pact that will compromise independence. If Nigeria chose to take part or take side with either NATO or Warsaw Pact, are you with me? Either NATO or Warsaw Pact, that will compromise our independence. The next one, bilateral relationship with both blocs. Nigeria traded with and received aid from both Western and Eastern countries without exclusive allegiance. I am receiving assistance from you, but I'm not siding you to fight your enemy. Are you with me? The next one, anti-colonialism. Strong support for liberation movements in Africa and Asia, regardless of their ideological orientation. The next one, anti-apartheid. Active opposition to the apartheid regime in South Africa, where whites were the dominant rulers of South Africa, where blacks are actually the native owners. So the anti-apartheid, they took active opposition to the apartheid regime in South Africa, including support for ANC and sanctions. The next one is support for peaceful coexistence. Those are the features of Nigerian non-aligned movement. Are you with me? It supports peaceful coexistence, advocacy for dialogue and diplomacy between the superpowers rather than armed confrontation. We want to dialogue. We don't want to confront you with ammunitions or with guns. So can everyone list, don't explain, can you list the features of the Nigerian non-aligned movement? Want to go?
Anti-colonialism, anti-apartheid, support for peaceful coexistence.
Good. What is Nigeria's non-alignment during the Cold War? The Nigerian non-alignment during the Cold War. We want to look at the analysis. While Nigeria officially maintained a non-aligned posture, analysts have noted that in practice, Nigeria leaned more towards the Western Bloc due to several factors. Yes, it was believed that Nigeria maintained the non-aligned posture, but Nigeria had to do what? Had to lean more to the Western Bloc. Why? Because of certain reasons. Number one, colonial legacy. The UK had trained Nigerian civil service, military and judicial system, creating strong institutional ties to the West. 2, economic ties. Nigeria's economy, especially the oil sector, was dominated by Western multinational corporations. Military training. Nigerian military officers were primarily trained in UK, USA, and other Western military academies. However, Nigeria accepted Soviet arms and technical assistance, e.g. during the Civil War, 1967 to 1970, demonstrating genuine non-alignment. So if Nigeria had rejected the assistance, it would have shown that Nigeria actually leaned more on their colonial masters. Nigeria nationalized British petroleum assets in 1979 as a resort to UK's lenient stance on Rhodesia, Zimbabwe, demonstrating independent will. Nigeria consistently supports liberation movements, that is the ANC, the SWAPO, the ZAPU, or the ZANU, that the West sometimes opposed or equivocated on. Let us see exam alert. Critical distinction. Non-alignment does not mean neutrality or isolation. Nigeria engaged actively with both superpowers and the world community. Non-alignment means maintaining the freedom to chart an independent course on international issues without being bound by the dictates of either Cold War bloc. This is a common JAMB trap question. So, our next class, we shall be looking at Nigeria's relations with African countries, which is going to be the last part. No, second to the last, because we have not created the other ones. So, but then, you already know, I'll send the note. Our next class, I will ask 50 questions on the next note. Yes? When are we having next government class? Are you with me? Are you with me? So in our next class, I will ask what? 50 questions on the topic that I have not taught you, but I will send the note to you and you must have read everything completely. So be prepared. Please tell all your friends that I will set 50 questions on the topic that I have not taught you, but what? But I have sent the note and you must have read it even before we meet. Does that make any sense? So on this note, we have come to the end of this particular session. Thank you and God bless you. But those of you here